तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है, बच्चा वहीं से पैदा होता है ना, तो वहीं तो चेकअप करेंगी। अभी तक तो ट्रोलिंग हुई नहीं, तो आप क्यों करवा रहे हो? A woman of today, she knows what she wants and she sticks with it. तुम्हारा thought गलत है या तुमने गलत बोला यहाँ पे, because it's not a vulgar film. स्त्री रोग विभाग 1, उदय 0. There are shades that are similar and then there would be shades that will not be. Hi guys, this is Rakul and you're watching me on Tellychakkar.
Welcome to Tellychakkar. This is Farhan Khan. Today I'm very excited because मेरे साथ है most gorgeous and talented our very own Rakul Preet Singh. Hi Rakul, welcome to Tellychakkar.
Hi, thank you.
First of all, congratulations for the response Dr. G is getting. I mean, I'm going to see some beautiful words and positive comments for the movie Dr. G and your character Dr. Fatima. How has been the excitement and what sort of response are you getting for your character and the movie?
So we are very overwhelmed with the kind of response the movie is getting, because in today's time, you know, it's a concept film and it's just that it's becoming tough to get audiences to the theatres. But the kind of response we are getting and the kind of sentiment that the film has, you know, it's all positive. The audiences are enjoying the film, and in fact, जब मैं social media पे messages पढ़ती हूँ, you know, when I read that, a lot of people are actually picking on the intention that the film was made with, you know, because it's a very new concept, gynecology and the whole patriarchal society, and so people are understanding, and you know, there are comments that say this is so innovative and they had a great time and they're laughing. So it's always tricky to convey a message with humor. And I think people are understanding small nuances, you know, that how his character, how all the 3 women in his life are so strong, how he's not the perfect guy, and how it's not the fault of the guy, it's actually the society that conditions you a certain way. So yeah, very happy that people are liking the film, but beyond that also understanding the reason why we've made the film.
True. Rakul, over the time we have seen some beautiful characters coming from your end, and being at this point of your career, when you got this script, this character of Dr. Fatima and Dr. G, and this subject of like male gynecologist, were you skeptical before saying yes for something like this?
Not at all. I in fact was very sure midway through the narration, interval पहुंचने तक, I was sure that I am doing this film. That's how interesting. Like, you know, to me, when I like a dialogue like जो चीज़ मेरे पास है नहीं, मैं उसका इलाज क्या करूँ? You know, actually to come to think of it, it's such a relevant question that he's throwing. So I just loved the writing. I just loved the way this character comes into his own and how Dr. Fatima is the catalyst for that. You know, even when he says, मुझे तो वो बहुत funny लगा था, script level से था ये, स्त्री रोग विभाग 1, उदय 0, all those things वो script level से थी. So I really thought it's a very fun film, and I knew it before the narration finished that I'm doing this film.
And Dr. Fatima is one of the sweetest character. Is my personal favorite, I may say that.
So sweet.
And, so what sort of relation did you relate to the character Dr. Fatima, or is there some similarity between you and Dr.
Absolutely.
Fatima?
There are shades that are similar and then there would be shades that will not be. But what I really like about her and what I think is similar is that she's very righteous. She's a woman of today. She knows what she wants and she sticks with it. So she corrects when the man is going wrong, you know. So she's very progressive in her thought. And I think that's something I relate with, because she's a no-nonsense girl, you know. And she calls him out on his problems, you know, कि तुम्हारा thought गलत है या तुमने गलत बोला यहाँ पे या जो भी है. So I really connected with all those things that Dr. Fatima had.
And having said that, the movie is getting a big thumbs up from the fans and audience, as I mentioned earlier. But there are few set of people who are still they are hesitating to talk about this subject, this topic, and there are few section of people who will troll actors or anybody associated with the movie for bringing up this topic in a negative way. How do you see all these things?
अभी तक तो ट्रोलिंग हुई नहीं, तो आप क्यों करवा रहे हो? नहीं, अभी तक नहीं हुई. एक फिल्म तो नहीं हुई है ट्रोल, उसको भी मत कराओ यार. I would just say that let's leave this question out only because luckily the film has been received well. Honestly, you understand that if people say, oh, what are you showing? I haven't seen one message, thank you guys, thank you. I don't want to like jinx it, but because it's not a vulgar film, it is not telling you anything. There's a dialogue in the film which I'd like to quote here because you've said this. जो वो ट्रेलर में शॉट आता है ना कि मेरी बीवी को तूने हाथ कैसे लगाया when he goes in for the checkup, and after that in the film you see Dr. Shefali Shah comes in, Shefali ma'am comes in, and then she says, तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है, बच्चा वहीं से पैदा होता है ना, तो वहीं तो चेकअप करेंगी. It's a matter of fact. So we are not saying anything which is defying biology. Of people have been appreciative, so let's just keep the good vibes going.
Of course. And people are like quoting as Lady Akshay Kumar. You have actually given that tag. So how do you see this tag of? Lady Akshay Kumar?
I wish I start making that much money. No, I'm really no, not Lady Akshay Kumar and all. Akshay sir has done a lot of credible work. I've had the opportunity to work with him, and I don't think I'm anywhere close to the kind of body of work he has and the name he has, and there's still a long way to go. But it's just happened that all the films have happened to come this year. Yeah, owing to the pandemic, there were certain delays, certain not. But yes, I am a workaholic and I love my work too much. So I'm happy to do 4 or 5 films if I get good films.
Rakul, what is your ongoing mantra? Because over the time we have seen beautiful characters across languages, across industries. What is that one thing which sails your boat?
I think my mantra for life is always believe in yourself and keep your blinders on and just focus on your work, because it can be quite sometimes overwhelming when you are a public figure, on what people say, or like you mentioned about trolling, or whatever, because you are a public figure. But I just sort of cut it out. I compartmentalize my life and I just focus on my work, because I treat it like a day job. My profession is of acting. It's not who I am. And that's what I follow for all these years.
Great. And what are the basic elements and parameters you look forward to before saying yes for any project?
I think it's always some different things for different films. Sometimes you really like the script and your role, like in case of Dr. G. Sometimes you want to work in a certain subject, not necessarily like a certain film. You see the scale. Maybe it's not about your character, it's a quintessential heroine role. But because you want to be associated with a big tentpole project, you do it. Sometimes, like when I'm being honest, you do it. And sometimes you love the role so much or the script so much that you're like, only for that reason I will. Sometimes I want to work with a certain actor, director. So, us point pe whatever I feel, I go with that.
Beautiful. And lastly, before going to Rakul, for the fans and audience who are still waiting to watch Dr. G, what is your message?
Why are you still waiting? Why haven't you booked your tickets? And for the people who have watched, thank you so much for all the love, and for everyone who hasn't, please go and book your tickets quickly. We assure you that you will not be disappointed. And yeah, lots of love.
It's always a treat to watch you on screen, Rakul.
Thank
Wishing you
you
all the best for this one and all your upcoming projects.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, this was Rakul Preet exclusively with Tellychakkar for her movie Dr. G. If you have seen the movie, do let us know your reviews in the comment section below. For more news from the world of Bollywood, digital and television, keep watching Tellychakkar.
Hi guys, this is Rakul and you're watching me on Tellychakkar.
Know all about the Telly world by subscribing to Tellychakkar's YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to our new videos.